what you love, and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a God gonna dig big and trust. In a God gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Can you feel the love falling on your head right now? Hi, welcome to the Garden of Good. First thing I always want to do is just welcome you and say good evening, and I love you. I'm so glad you're here. It's the Garden of Good, and we meet on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. And every week there is a prompt that is taken directly from my book, Make Good, Cultivating Joy with Creativity. And tonight is water, which I just love. I also thought it was pretty interesting and important right now to have kind of a statement of purpose. So why we gather. The Garden of Good exists to nourish creativity, connection, and care. We make good by showing up honestly and creating together. Yes? Can we all get down with that? Does that feel about right? That feels about right. Real simple. We just get together to be creative and to have a safe space. Yeah. There are 4 quarters, heart, mind, body, soul, each 3 months long. And right now we're in the heart quarter. So we're in a soft place. We're in a place of welcoming. We're in a place of planting, yes, these seeds for the year. We each pick a root and a fruit for every quarter. And we'll discuss those as we move into our flow today. And it's really important to remember to be kind first, of course, to ourselves and to each other, to be open, to remember that everything is a choice, what you want to do, how much you want to participate, and your camera is always optional, and it is confidential. I just love to say that word. I write a song for you every week that is aligned with the theme, and the purpose of the song is to get your parasympathetic nervous system vibrating at that calm energy. I really like this chant that came to me today. I am held in the current of peace. That's not it, because it starts with love. We're going to start with love, then we're going to go to peace, then we're going to go to joy, because that's just the way it is. Love, peace, joy. That's the order for me. So it goes like this. I am held in the current of love. I am held in the current of love. Easy, right? My heart is like water, and it knows where to go. I am held in the current of love. Let's do love again, learning it. I am held in the current of love. I am held in the current of love. My heart is like water, and it knows where to go. I am held in the current of love. It might change because I just wrote it today. Let's go to peace. I am held in the current of peace. I am held in the current of peace. My heart is like water, knows how to be. I am held in the current of peace. See, I don't exactly know what I'm singing, but I'm making it up, so you can make it up too. I am held in the current of joy. Always joy. Come on. I am held in the current of joy. My heart is like water, and it knows how to glow. I am held in the current of joy. Now you know how I am. I always like you to give you an opportunity to kind of do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I'm in the current, I'm in the current, I'm in the current of joy. I'm in the current of love. I flow, I flow. Make it your own. Imagine that you're flowing down the current of love, the current of peace. What is it like for you? I am held in the current of love. I am held in the current of love. And my heart is like water. It knows where to go. I am held in the current of love. Yes, I am held in the current of love. I am held in the current of love. Just breathe that in.
We are held in the current of love. We are held in the current of peace. Like water, we know how to move, how to soften, how to find our way. We allow what feels heavy to loosen and flow. We trust the intelligence of our hearts and bodies. We remember that gentleness can be strong and movement can bring clarity. We stay present in a changing world, grounded and connected. We make good by flowing with care, creativity, and compassion. Together, we move forward, steady, open, and alive.
You're a root and fruit. So this is my
So pretty.
fairy.
This is gorgeous.
She is huge. She's like 3 feet by 4 feet. She's a painting. She's fabric. She's multi-layered. You guys know what my root is, right? My root for this quarter is trust. And I have been completely unsure about what I'm doing creatively. And I've just trusted. I just started playing with this painting that I had made a while ago. And I guess I wanted to share that because I've had a lot of creative energy. I've had a lot of creative output this week, not knowing, where is this leading? Kind of like the dollhouse. Like, I don't know where this is leading. Like, is somebody going to want this fairy lady with sequin braided hair? I don't know. I'm just going to keep creating her, and she's almost done. And I just think she's so beautiful. And she feels good to create. And what does she mean? Like, what is she like? As I'm down there, I've been creating in silence, and I've been asking because again, the root is trust, right? So I'm trusting that there is something to be grown and to learn as I'm creating. So I'm asking spirit, I'm asking my highest self, like, why am I doing this? What is this about? Who is this character? And what's come to me is that this character is both an angel and a fairy. And both are sort of creative characters. An angel is something that lives in the heavens, and it's sort of like a vertical energy. And then the fairy is the horizontal energy that lives among us on the earth, right? So it's like this Christ consciousness, little airy fairy angel lady, and she just feels like she's the presence of goodness and hope in this time that feels so dark. It's interesting that I feel so drawn to bright colors right now. I think because the world feels so dark, I just feel drawn to the brightness. I feel drawn to creating happy art even in this. I don't know if it's the butterflies that are etched on the walls in the concentration camps that they found, if there's just this indomitable spirit of the creator, of the creatrix, that you cannot take it away no matter how much fear you want to instill. There is always this burning, eternal spring within us, I guess, is what she represents. Anyway, that's a lot. That's what's going on for me with my roots and fruits. And I'm going to very quickly give a shout out to Lisa, who is doing an art show on February 13th here in town. If you want to know more about that, reach out to Lisa Kay. Also, Reverend Jeannie is doing Holy Shift once a quarter. She did the first time on January 17th. Just wanted to give a shout out to keep your eye out for the next one. And then also a shout out to Nick, who just mentioned, he just talked about that his storytelling that he's in a group and he's going to sort of put together. He has this workshop on Saturday, February 7th. So you have a week to think about it if you want to get in there and work with Nick and learn about your story. I think it will probably be very cool. Water. Just the word water and then some flowy waves around it. And then we'll be putting things like fish and boats in there too. So the first thing we're going to do is get out your markers if you have them. And on page 19, there's this beautiful space that we're going to draw in. And again, I want to just give a shout out for the in-between page in case you do have the book and you are drawing in it. So you don't, marker through or whatever if you're not using crayons or something. So it says, draw waves or water. What do you feel? Get emo. But what I want you to do is just write the word water in a light blue. And it's so weird to write a word because it just looks odd when it's just a word. And I want you to just write it in a light blue. I want you to draw just some wavy lines, around it. And as you're doing it, imagine that you're in the flow, that you're flowing like water. Your pen is flowing across the page, your marker. Doesn't have to be pretty. You're just feeling the energy of flow. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over that with a darker blue, with a pink, with a yellow, and you're going to go over and over it as I give this little talk. So as I'm talking, you're going to be doodling this. And as you can see here, you could also go over the word water with your different colors as you do it, little lines or dots if you want to, add to your little doodle as I give you a teeny tiny talk called The Force of Water. The Force of Water. Where is my little tiny talk about water? Let me find it. Okay. Water. Tonight the topic is water. Where are my water signs at first? Let me see by show of hands. Where are the Pisces, Scorpio? We've got a couple. And what's my third? Cancer. Any other Cancers? Yay, my Cancerian sisters. So we have 6 Cancers here. That's crazy. I love it. Okay. All right. So water. So the first prompt, this is the first word that came to me as a prompt when I was first writing this book. This was the first word that came to me when I thought about heart, because I think about emotion and I'm a water sign and being feminine and the water is what makes our planet blue. It's this life-giving force. And I think it's really this moment, it's a good moment to tap into the vibration of water, the power of water, because the world right now feels really turbulent. There's political disruption and collective anxiety, uncertainty, a lot of emotional weather moving through all of our systems. And you don't even have to watch very much news or scroll very far to feel it in your body. You can feel the tightness in your shoulders. You can feel a shortness of breath, a low hum of unease that's sort of there in the sky right now. And water understands turbulence. And our bodies are mostly water, which means that when the world feels unsettled, we feel it too, and waves move through us. Emotions will surge. Some days will feel calm. Others will feel like the storm blew through us while we weren't even looking. And none of that means anything has gone wrong, really, in us. It just means that we're alive. So congratulations. There's some good news. You're alive and you're responsive. And in the Garden of Good, we talk about making good, not ignoring what is happening, but staying in relationship with it. And water helps us here because water is this perfect, it exemplifies creation and destruction. Water gives life and water can take it. Water nourishes fields and water floods cities. Water cleanses and water erodes. All of it is real, and there is no pretending. We don't pretend here. From a scientific perspective, water carries immense force. Moving water reshapes coastlines, carves canyons, breaks barriers. It does not ask permission. It just flows. It follows gravity, pressure, momentum. And when systems are stressed, water reveals what was already unstable. I'm going to say that again. When systems are stressed, water reveals what was already unstable. That's true in nature, and that's true in societies. And spiritually, this really matters because water, it doesn't just soothe, it's transformative. And sometimes transformation feels gentle, and sometimes, and that's, sometimes it feels disruptive. Anybody feel a little disrupted right now? Sometimes things wash away that were never meant to last. This can be really frightening. It can also be clarifying. I have a really good friend right now that is dealing with a shitty breakup, like really hard, and it's so hard to let go. It's so hard. And we're living in a moment right now that is just so much is being stirred up. Old structures, old beliefs, old agreements about how things are supposed to work. And water reminds us that disruption is a part of change. Not a punishment, but a movement, a reorganization. You can feel it. There's a reorganization, an energy looking for a new shape, an evolution. It's happening. And this is where making good comes in. Making good doesn't mean pretending that a storm isn't happening. It means choosing how we move through it. Water teaches us to stay connected even when things are intense, to keep circulation going so we don't freeze or harden, and to allow motion to move instead of getting trapped inside of us. There's real science behind this. Stress tightens the nervous system. Flow, whether it's physical, emotional, or creative, helps to restore balance. That's what we're doing here. We're restoring balance. When water moves, oxygen moves. When expression moves, relief follows. Creativity is a form of regulation. I know it is for me. The Garden of Good regulates my nervous system. Just breathing. And coloring becomes a way to process that words can't hold. Water also knows when to pause. Even in chaos, there are eddies, places of relative calm where energy gathers before moving again. And tonight can be one of those places. It's not an escape, but a breath. A moment to remember that we're part of something larger than the headlines, and also we are deeply embedded in them. So as we write and color and listening, we are not bypassing the world. We are tending ourselves so we can stay present in it. We're letting water move through us instead of against us. We're practicing resilience the way that nature does, through adaptability, responsiveness, and care. Water does not promise that everything will stay the same. It promises movement, and movement is how life continues. So tonight, we honor water and all of its powers, gentle and fierce, soothing and disruptive, and we let it remind us that we can feel the weight of this moment without drowning in it. We can stay soft without being fragile. And most importantly, we can keep making good even in the middle of a changing tide. And of course, my root is trust. So let's trust the current together. And so it is.
So it
Trust the current of calm. Trust the current of calm. So that's trust is my root, right? And then the current is something that's come up today. So take a moment to jot down an affirmation for your affirmation cards. If you don't know about the cards, treat yourself this week. A part of your home play can be to go get some index cards or to create little cards. And every week that you come to the garden, you will see what a drop of water, right? One a week. Look at this, you guys. This is insane. And I'm going to keep making them. Who knows? 3 years into the garden, maybe my stack's going to be, my stem will be stacked with affirmations. So I'm going to randomly pull one from my deck, and then I'm going to invite my regular affirmation carders from last year to pull from their deck as well. I know Loretta, who isn't feeling well, just commented, I am so blown away with the beauty of all those poems. Okay, so this is what I came up with, is I am a garden of peace. And if you have, and every time I hold up an affirmation card or someone holds up the affirmation card, I want you to say the affirmation. I am a garden of peace. Right. And then I'm going to take myself away and I'm going to see who is holding up an affirmation card. See, so trust, joy, rest.
Oh, joy.
Parasympathetic nervous system. Ad nauseum. And our beautiful heart-shaped notes. I feel the joy welling up in me.
Yes.
Lead. That must have been from the Desire Week. Maybe from last year. All right. You guys are amazing. I'm going to just give a shout out for love offerings and for garden grams. If you don't know what a garden gram is, it is a letter in the mail from another gardener. I have many of them. I have been slacking on mine, but I have stamps because Cindy gave me a book of stamps. So I'm going to say to you, I'm going to promise you that within the next 2 weeks, because I'm going to Florida this weekend. By the way, anybody you know in Florida, please send them if they're anywhere near the Space Coast. I'm doing Ministar in Merritt Island, and I'm speaking and singing at the Unity of Merritt Island. It was funny. I called today and I thought I was just singing, and they said, well, we thought you were going to be speaking and singing. I said, oh, that's a different price. And of course I'm doing it no matter what they pay me because it's the joy of it. If I wanted to be a millionaire, I wouldn't be an artist minister. So, but I am on that note, I'm very grateful for all the love offerings that come in any way. And if anybody here happens to have some, tucked away and they're interested in my fairy is not cheap. She's going to be a pretty penny because she's very big, but you let me know. All right. So again, thank you for love offerings. I would like to close. Actually, is Lisa Kay gone or is she still here? Lisa Kay. Okay. So just so you know, Lisa Kay left early because she was up pet sitting and she was up at like 4 a.m. So I kind of knew she was going to leave a little early. Heads up. Also, let's take a moment to take a breath and give some energy to Kat, our beloved Kat who comes every week. She was in surgery today. So I'm just going to, before we go into our little meditation, let me just say a small prayer. Just recognizing and knowing the power and the presence and the love and the light that is all things, everywhere present. And it is my word, and it is this garden, and it is all the gardeners. And I'm just knowing healing and incredible health for Kat. And I'm knowing that each of us, as we root down into these ideas and these concepts, and we cultivate this joy within us, that it spreads. It spreads like the beautiful wildfire that it is, burning down the old, bringing the new, roaring with a welling up of joy. So grateful, and so it is. And I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. Let's have a little moment of meditation. You want to?
Yeah.
Take a moment. Take a moment. When have you really stopped? So stop for a moment. Close your eyes. Just listen to the sound of my voice. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can take in the image that should be big on your screen there. It's that drop, that one drop. If it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to soften or close and bring your attention to your breath. Just notice the natural rhythm of it, the air moving in and out. And I want you to just imagine a gentle current of water moving through your body. It's gentle. It's not rushing or pulling, it's just flowing. Feel it move through your feet and your legs, your hips and your belly. Let it flow around your chest and your shoulders, through your arms and your hands, your neck and your face. Anywhere that you might notice some tension, invite the water to soften you. Imagine it light and blue, and anywhere you feel heaviness, just allow the current to carry a little lighter. You really don't have to do anything right now. The water knows how to move. Let your heart rest for a moment in that current, held, supported, connected. Take one more slow breath in and a long, easy breath out. And when you're ready, just gently return your awareness to the room, bringing this sense of flow and steadiness with you. And know that you can always return to this current with a breath or a pause or an affirmation, something like, I feel the joy welling up in me. I feel the joy flowing through me now. And so it is.
Yes.
Home play. Drink water. I want you guys to drink a little bit more water this week. I'm serious. Can I tell you why? Because I think we are actually being traumatized by the news, by the horrors, by the fear, by all the stuff. And I know my Canadian folks up there are just they're sitting there going, we're a little bit more of a highly evolved human up here, and we're not having any of that.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, I actually said that today. I said Canadians are more highly evolved than Americans. But so I actually said that, but I was just in Canada and I felt it. I felt this really evolved energy. It was just different. Anyway, not that I love America. I love it. There's the Garden Graham list. Zarina just posted that. If you want to be added to that, just click on it and you can just jump in. And then water. So drink water. I have not been drinking as much water because I act like Diet Coke is water, but I'm drinking more water consciously to process all the emotions. Okay, water your root this week. That's part of your home play. A way you could water your root is simply writing your poem on a beautiful piece of paper and then doodling around it and sharing with the group. And I want you to notice the current flow. That's your other home play. Just notice the current flow. Notice your flow. Notice when you're in the flow. Notice when you feel out of the flow. And I don't know if we ever made a new one. I have to work on that. But that should work. Does that work? Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, we're missing, it's funny. I when people are here, I'm very present, but then I'm like, she wasn't here tonight. Oh, she wasn't here tonight. Like it's interesting, but I'll reach out to everyone, see how everybody's doing. Okay. So that's it. We're here. I hope you had a nice couple of hours getting away from all the insanity. And I love you. After we hear that song, we usually stick around for a few minutes afterwards just to kind of chit chat. So although the garden is becoming more and more chit chatty, so I love how it's evolving into a real, I don't know. It's just like a flower, isn't it? We're just watching it bloom in its own way. I love it. All right. I love it. I love you. If you don't come back after the song, have a fantastic week. Remember to drink your water, be the water. Just know you're loved. Bye-bye. Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark, gonna make good today. In the dark, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the DOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, working effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Give, live, and love. In a God gonna dig big and trust.